With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Gordon and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thanks. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. A short time ago, the Jets defense introduced to this crowd, and one of the biggest ovations was for the big man, Leonard Williams, as he and his mates get set to do battle with the Miami Dolphins. Hi again, everyone, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. And, Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. It's been a great start to the season, back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Here's Matt Forté with his first carry. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
So much of this game is still mental, still psychological. Yeah, we just saw a big-time run right there, but you have to believe he was dreaming about this last night in his hotel room before this one, thinking, hey, first time I touch it, let's go for some big yardage and set a tone. That's exactly what he got done.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 5 catches, 70 yards.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
On first down, this is Forté. They find some open field here. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now, keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first-quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in there, break on the football. Don't make the play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense. Everybody wants a piece of that pie.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Throwing again, Rivers on 2nd and 10. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And it's caught. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal. To the air again here, Rivers. That's caught at the 1. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Matt Forté, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. A reminder coming up in the Sunday night game, matchup you don't see very often, a rematch of Super Bowl 18. The Raiders traveling to Washington. And then tomorrow on Monday night, we'll see the Cowboys heading to the desert to take on the Cardinals.
Former NFC East rivals. Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a first down.
They could not be more opposite in build, but coming into 2017, Matt Forté pretty much neck and neck with Darren Sproles for most receptions by a running back.
Yeah, both guys just over 500. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Clive Walford, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jets are able to strike for 6. The tight end can kind of be that diamond in the rough secret weapon that you have, and right there they show you why.
And it's becoming less of a secret, isn't it, partner? Every game that we do nowadays, the tight end is a featured receiver, not just a blocker, as in the days of old.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. All right, now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on this 4th possession. Rivers now on 2nd down. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And now running right through him. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go through a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Matt Forté with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. And that'll that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score.
From Buffalo, the Broncos have taken the early lead. Trevor Siemian, a single touchdown pass to this point in that one. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll send you down and we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football.
It'll be a 1st and 10 coming up as this offense takes over possession of the football in the third quarter. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. To throw, Rivers. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. First down, Rivers. Throw left side to the tight end, Walford. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
That one goes for 24 yards. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Rivers now. Toward the pylon, caught. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
2nd down, Rivers. Completes it to Matt Forté. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Matt Forté, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing.
From up in Foxborough, the Patriots, they've opened a 2-touchdown advantage in that one. Tom Brady with 3 touchdown passes to help lead the way. On 1st and 10, Rivers. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4. Here's Rivers. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Raekwon McMillan in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Ndamukong Suh in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That sacks on back-to-back plays.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. Now the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Rivers to throw it. Oh, battle for it here, and this will be caught. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
A give, this is Forté, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Throwing, Rivers. And Matthews has it right side. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll give it up to Forté. And oh, a big collision there. He's hit and knocked backward right near the 27. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Back to the ground on first, it's Forté. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push him back more. Rivers here to throw. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Clive Walford, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously... They're in the 4th and Buffalo. The Broncos have taken the lead in the final stages. Trevor Siemian, a couple of touchdown passes thus far. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. But at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
And now running right through it. And he's brought down, but following a pretty juke move that gives him the first down. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.